tardy start. We had a few technical difficulties to get taken care of. But once again, we are presenting to you our story, the story of the 11th of 9/11. The students won second place in Conference 9 with this production, and tomorrow, bright and early, we head to the regionals in hopes of a shot at state. So thank you for coming. Enjoy the show.
We were at the airport.
I have a flight to LA.
A routine trip.
I'm an actress.
She goes back and forth.
I had a workshop.
And we ran late that day.
You missed the exit.
It was early.
Only 8:30.
That's early.
You teach at 7:30 now.
That's now. Back then, I taught night classes at the college. I didn't get up until 10.
Anyway, we ran late.
10 o'clock. Ah, the good old days.
It was his fault.
Right.
So he let me off the curbside.
I parked the car in short-term parking.
I raced through the screeners.
They were bored.
Put the keys in the box.
This guy took a cup of coffee right through the metal detector.
Someone in front of me
The
beeped.
guard searched him for coffee cream as a joke.
So I rushed to reach the gates in time.
I thought they'd board the plane before I got there.
The attendant called for first-class passengers and those who needed assistance.
I got there out of breath, just in time to say goodbye.
But I had seen it on TV.
The sound was turned down.
The people were gathered in front of the news, pointing.
They replayed the tape.
I think we saw the second one live.
It couldn't have been. A guy told us it was a second plane, like it was no big deal.
But we knew a plane had hit.
I said, that's a coincidence.
Maybe a history lesson.
A plane hit the Empire State Building in 1945.
See?
A big plane, a B-24, I think, lost in a fog.
So we didn't know what to do.
I mean, it had happened before,
But there were two.
and we were rushed. We didn't understand
No.
the significance.
I called my father.
Hello? I wanted her to stay home.
A plane hit the World Trade Center.
I didn't want her to go at all.
What time is it?
Are you still asleep?
No, I was still asleep.
Should I get on the plane?
Why not?
A plane
We
hit.
can't live our lives in fear.
You're right.
Things like this happen all the time.
But it's
Don't be scared.
So I got on.
She woke me up.
I thought he was watching the news.
I didn't have the TV
We
on.
weren't thinking.
It made sense at the time.
I had just introduced a new mathematical concept.
I was bored.
I was asleep. You were asleep. You're boring. I'm not boring.
Yes, you are.
Math is boring.
I think it's fun,
See?
but you still put me to sleep.
Great. So I'm boring.
She wrote X is to Y as Y is to Z on the board.
You remember?
I remember all my lessons. You must have photographic memory.
Okay. Anyways,
X is to Y as Y is to...
right, that. And Lisa Stowe came in.
I've been in the office. They had a TV on there.
It was a school day.
So?
So I was teaching.
They hit the World Trade Center.
That's terrible. Class attention, please. We're not stopping.
We were dying.
People die every day.
I can't concentrate.
What's new about that? Quiet, I mean it.
It's not fair that we can't watch it on TV.
Life is not fair. Quiet.
All those people.
There's time for crying at home.
We can't go home.
We can't stop either. Otherwise, people will panic.
It's not right.
Josh, back to work.
So, you've got a situation here.
Well, what should we do?
I've got panicked parents on the phone. It's on the East Coast, for heaven's sake.
But we're near a refinery.
They didn't hit a refinery.
Well, who's to say they won't?
As principal, I've got one job today. Keep the kids safe.
And are they safe here in the school?
They be safe on the street.
But if they hit a
You're
refinery?
giving in to rumor and panic.
Why?
No panics.
At the office. I don't have a television.
Turn on the
I'm
radio.
working, Susan.
Terrorists hit the World Trade Center.
What are you talking about?
Just turn on the radio.
It's on, it's on.
2 planes hit.
Single engine?
Passenger jets.
Impossible.
Someone just left through a window.
Let me get this straight, Sue.
Yes, Joseph, for heaven's sake, 2 planes.
That couldn't be an accident.
No, we're under attack.
I'll call the school and I'll get the
No,
kid.
but what about
the kid? We have to be together.
Don't leave me.
I'm going to the school, all right? I'll tell them I'm on my way.
We sat next to an Arab on the plane.
I'm not an Arab. I'm Latino.
I didn't know that.
Well, you could have asked.
I didn't want to be rude.
So you just sat and stared?
Well,
It's okay. You're not the only one.
well, you'd look too, wouldn't you?
No, I wouldn't. I'm Latino, not Arab.
You could tell.
Sure.
How? One is slightly darker shade of brown.
You profile.
My life might be in danger.
But still.
Still what? You do the same, wouldn't you?
I watched her board the plane and saw it pull away.
So there I was, next to this Arab.
Not an Arab.
The guy I thought was an Arab.
And there I was, with a plane full of people looking at me.
They say Arabs didn't.
I'm not an Arab.
You're Italian.
A what?
You're being prejudiced.
Well, so are you.
I am not. I just said I sat next to an Arab and it scared me. That's all.
Well, it scared me too.
It scared all of us.
How could it scare you? You're one of them.
They turned up the TV monitors in the airport.
President Bush just left the crazy book you've been reading to children.
And I realized it was terrorists.
And in a brief statement to the press, he's acknowledged the deliberate attack.
And the first thing I thought, I'm glad I'm not president, because I wanted to nuke them. All of them. The whole Arab world.
X plus
Come
Y.
on, Teach. We want to turn on the TV.
No.
Please, Miss Sharp.
No.
How
We don't need any more distractions.
Then I'm going back to the office.
Sit down.
But we're under attack.
We're not under attack. New York is under attack.
You're a communist.
Don't be ridiculous.
You are. You're telling patriotic on the TV.
To watch what?
The news.
We know the news. We've been attacked, and if anything else concerns us, we'll hear about it.
How?
An angel will come down from heaven, Josh. I don't know. But we'll hear what we're supposed to hear.
I want to know about my son, Josh.
Yes, Mr. Smith.
What class is he in?
Matt.
Okay, well, I'm coming to get him.
Please hold. It's a parent. Tell them everything's fine.
He's coming for his kid.
No! He won't be the only one.
Nobody leaves.
Look, we can make an announcement on the
We've
internet.
got half an hour until class changes.
We have no right to keep the students here.
We'll shelter in place. Nobody leaves. Nobody panics.
My name is Private First Class James W. Barnes. I was in history class on September 11th when our nation was attacked by terrorists. Everyone, just sit still. Coach Spanky wasn't doing anything anyway.
I often use the television as a teaching aid.
He told us to do our homework.
I have test degree.
When the office aide came in and told us.
Is it on TV?
Yeah, on all the channels.
Okay, then, everyone, just sit down and watch this. This is, well, this is history.
The sum of X plus Y is...
You know, I was little when they shot Kennedy.
Who shot Kennedy?
And the sum of X minus Y...
The government says Lee Harvey Oswald.
My dad says the communists did.
A lot of people say that.
Wait! They're showing it again! I can't believe that!
It looks like Die Hard.
They're gonna pay for this.
Who's gonna pay?
Them! They are!
They killed Kennedy and no one paid.
Oswald paid.
My dad says he's just a patsy.
Well, all them guys are gonna pay this time. All of them!
And the sum of both integers is... It was on the plate, completely unnerved.
Joe?
Oh, please, just answer yourself.
I want my son.
There's
was on my way out of the airport.
And then I was scared.
They stopped the plane on the runway.
I wore it for luck.
And I thought, crap, I'm gonna miss my 11:30 meeting in LA.
I always wore that cross. I never took it off. Except today.
So who do I call? I mean, I could get fired for this.
And suddenly I knew something was terribly, terribly wrong. I wondered if the talent had a bomb.
Heather called me on my cell.
They're turning the plane around. I'll bet we'll take him off. We're coming back.
Are you in the air?
On the tarmac. He never took off. He could try to take a hostage.
She's terrified.
Don't make eye contact with him.
Look her in the eyes. Try and put her at ease.
He's looking at me. He wants to take me hostage.
She thinks I'm gonna kill her.
Please just leave me alone.
Can't take this anymore. Lady, do you hear me? I'm Latino. You hear me? Latino.
Are you talking to me?
I'm talking to all of you.
Then why are you singling me out?
Because you singled out me.
I didn't.
Don't you understand? I'm from Monterrey, not Mecca. I'm Mexican.
So sorry for me now. Another development. There's been a third explosion, this time at the Pentagon. Repeat, there's been an explosion at the Pentagon.
I told you they could hit something else.
Pentagon?
Hello? Hello?
Tell him I can't talk right now. She can't talk right now.
Yeah, well, she better talk. Tell her I'm picking up my kid.
Joe, please just answer yourself. I was the first one off that plane.
And as I got off, I grew more angry.
I raced through the airport. The security guards at the x-ray machine seemed more cautious this time.
I wanted to get on the loudspeaker and say, hello, do any of you hear a trace of an Arab accent?
I raced off the plane terrified. Once I got back on the ground, I wanted my money back.
What's wrong with you people? I'm an American too.
Come on, pick up Joe.
They freaking hung up on me.
Pick up Joe!
What?
I've been trying to catch you.
They're keeping the kid in class. I'm gonna sue.
The square root of 474 is... They hit the Pentagon.
Oh my god.
I've been listening to the radio.
I can't believe this.
Are you all right?
Yes. I sat next to a Middle Easterner on the plane, though.
On the plane?
No, David, in the bathroom. What do you think?
He could have been a terrorist.
Let's just cancel the trip.
But we paid for a ticket.
I don't care. I'm scared.
Me too. I don't want you on that plane.
Let's just get my money back.
Okay.
Stay here. I could tell him I want a refund. I'm not waiting. I have an irate parent on every line. Hang up on them.
You can't do that.
We can't dismiss school either. Not without word from the superintendent.
This is a huge mistake.
It's my call.
All right, fine. But I wash my hands of it.
Everyone hear that? It's my call. I went to customer service.
I went to the TV.
How may I help you?
I was on a flight to LA. Yes, they've grounded all air traffic.
I beg your pardon? Grounded until further notice. I want my money back.
Yes, well, let me see what I can do.
Don't just see. Refund my money.
But if the plane takes
I
off,
don't want to be on it.
I don't know if I can refund.
Which words didn't you understand? I'm not flying today.
They split the TV screen. On one side was the World Trade Center, burning, fire, smoke, and on the other side, another fire. Words crawled across the bottom the way they used to announce weather warnings. One side said New York and the other, Washington. And then I finally understood the danger. How could I have been so stupid before?
The computers have locked down.
We're getting out of here.
I want my
They hit
money.
Washington too. This is a deliberate act of war.
Oh my God.
Come on.
My baby was in school. I watched a couple rush away. I watched people race through the airport. People got in my line for refunds. The computers went haywire. The boss called, and the boss's boss. They told us to stay right there. People needed us at our post.
I want my ticket back.
What's going on?
When is there another flight? Are they shutting down the flight?
And all I could think about was my baby. The only thing in my life. bills because his father never sent child support and kept our lawyer tied up in court. And all I could do was work, work, work. And all I knew was if they hit New York and they hit Washington, then they could hit me next. They could hit me right here, right now. Or worse still, they could hit my baby sitting there in school. And there was nothing I could do about it. I've called the superintendent.
The president's going to make another speech.
Are they letting out school?
It's my call.
What about the parents who are coming to take their children
They
home?
come up and get them.
We can't just turn them away.
We need to keep discipline.
We have 5 minutes to the bell.
I listened to the collapse.
I heard the collapse on the radio.
It's surreal hearing it being described. I'm like watching it over and over. The cliches abound. But to hear the commentator try to describe what's happening, as we sit in the car and listen with only our imaginations, imagining the abject terror, the misery, the horror of people as they watch, imagining how many people must be in those towers, how they went to work for a normal morning, and suddenly we're caught up in that. How a woman in one of those towers might have started her day, reached down and feel the cross around her neck, just like me, and realized it wasn't there. The first time she had ever forgotten it. And how trivial that must have felt before the explosions. And then how awful to be stuck in one of the floors above, or trapped trying to exit below. Reaching for that cross, that piece of jewelry, that religious symbol that's always giving you hope and comfort. And it's gone.
The announcer tried to sound calm, impartial.
So the rest of the country would stay brave.
He talked to a correspondent.
He said, "What happened? What's that cloud of dust?"
The correspondent said, "It's gone."
What's gone?
The tower.
What?
The tower. The entire tower has collapsed.
Did you say the entire tower?
Yes.
And then the second collapsed. Completely disappeared.
The description of the second was softer. Still, like he knew what was going to happen. He saw the smoke, a great rush of people, a rumble, an earthquake, a voice in the wind. And then it was still. And he said to us over the radio, the World Trade Center is no more.
Oh my gosh, what's happening?
Look at them. They're falling. They can't be falling.
There's still people in there.
Please don't fall.
My mother works in a building downtown.
This is World War III.
Will you please, just let me talk to my son.
Sir, we're keeping the children in class.
The kids have a right to know.
Sir, please just calm down.
You can't just ring the bell without telling them anything.
We'll handle it like any normal day.
It isn't a normal day.
But we act like it is. Understand?
Josh, did you hear what happened?
Did you hear?
What happened?
How do you mad? They hit
Did
downtown.
you see the second plane?
There was a second plane.
It was terror. We should nuke
My
them.
dad says all the Arabs are
They
crazy.
want to kill everybody. There could be terrorists in the school.
Aren't you Muslim? You didn't watch it on TV?
We had a lesson to finish.
Are you nuts?
Islam is a peaceful religion.
Yeah, that's why you want to blow us all up.
Are you Muslim or
They're the
Islam?
same thing, Ben
Why
Ben.
did you just call me?
Your father hates America.
His mother wears a prayer shawl.
They're fundamentalists.
Yeah? Well, so are the terrorists.
You want to blow us all up?
No, I don't.
This is your fault.
My family is peaceful.
Then how come you don't worship God?
We do.
Do you believe in Jesus?
No, but we
All Americans believe in Jesus.
You're un-American.
You're a terrorist.
I'm just a Muslim.
Yeah? Well, all Muslims are terrorists.
People threw rocks at the windows of our home that night. The glass shattered over my bed, and my cat, my indoor cat, got out. My parents wouldn't let me go look for it. They said if somebody could find me on the street, they do a lot worse than throw rocks at me. And then later that week, they set fire to my father's import shop. The insurance adjuster said it was what we deserved, and we should just go back to Egypt and leave the Americans alone. The city sent police to guard our mosque that night. Armed guards to ensure we weren't killed while we prayed for peace. Mother,
Yes, Ahmed.
why aren't we Christians?
Why aren't the Christians Muslims?
I'm serious.
So am I.
They make fun of me at school.
Of course they do. You're different.
I don't want to be different.
Being different makes you special.
I don't want to be special. I want to be just like everyone else. Why do you wear that stupid prayer shawl anyways?
Ahmed.
No, I mean it. If God is so good, why can't we just be like everyone else? Why do we have to stand out all the time?
Pray for peace.
Aren't they praying for peace too?
Yes.
Then if we're praying for it and they're praying for it, why doesn't it come?
It will, Ahmed. It will.
We finally saw the tape of the crashes when we got home.
He played it again and again.
Chilling.
Numbing.
And they sent a crawl across the bottom of the screen.
A list of school closings.
I had to teach English at the college that night.
A list of planes still in the air.
Rumors of other hijackings.
I could have been up there.
Heather,
Hi, Daddy.
are you okay?
I sat next to an Arab on the plane.
You're on the plane now?
I'm off.
Why'd you get on the plane?
You
The
said.
president is here in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Why?
I don't know, but your cousin said he saw Air Force One land at Barksdale Air Force Base.
Cousins in Shreveport?
He is? That coward?
They said on the news that the terrorist plane had knocked him out of the sky.
He should be launching nukes by now.
David.
So we came here, where nobody expects him.
Wait, there's another crash.
Reporter. The airline has a crash in a remote area in Pennsylvania.
That's 4.
Have they canceled your class yet?
While you're watching the show, take out a piece of paper and write down what you're feeling.
Are you kidding? That's a touchy-feely question.
It's my right as an American to watch the news.
You're not 18 yet. You have no rights.
Yes, I do.
Okay, do you vote?
No.
Do you drink? Can you own your own land?
No.
Then you have no rights. Sit down and shut up!
My name is Private First Class James W. Barnes. My real name is Jimmy. My old man made me promise I'd finish school, so I'd wait till May and walk to graduation. After that, I went to the recruiting office and joined the Marines. I spent basic with a bunch of guys my age. Then, they gave me a uniform and a gun. The school put my picture next to the Ring of Honor next to all the graduates who went to war that year, where my uncle's photo should have been when he went to Vietnam. Except it wasn't. My old man said he hated how he lost a brother to a war nobody wanted. And nobody cared when he died. How it ached him to think about it now. He said it was different this time. Different for people like me. Because our nation is intact, like we've been at Pearl Harbor. I guess I drew the wrong straw. I really don't know what happened. Doesn't matter, really. Landmines in Afghanistan, ambushes in Iraq, snipers, suicide bombers, friendly fire, formal combat. It's all really the same. Lots of kids, lots of adults. All of us there to protect our friends and family. Yet some of us died. Random, like the attacks. Your chance of being killed on September 11th, 1 in what, millions? Well, your chances of being affected by it, having to change your lifestyle over it, all of those things you once took for granted, a business trip, vacation, a plane flying over a building or a highway, or worse yet, even your own home. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter where you were or where you are now. It can never
see that was the first sign that our marriage was in trouble. I guess I can see that now.
Mom, we'll start over.
We'll start over.
The world's got to start over.
We were never the same.
Our innocence was gone. Why can't the world be what it was?
Why did things have to change?
With all the noises in the nation,
All the anger and all the voices.
Fathers and sons.
Daughters and mothers.
Bankers and store clerks.
Secretaries and students.
All speak at once.
with the voices in the nations.
Things that were once so important.
Pick up the kids at school.
Get through the math test.
Finish a presentation at work.
Get that girl's phone number.
I need to study.
I want to go play.
Football practice.
Grade the paper.
Read essays.
Get the audition.
Wait for the check to clear the bank.
Gas up the car.
Mom's out of office.
Check on my little sister.
Finish the report before tomorrow's
Get that
meeting.
football.
Get the test grades.
Where did that
Why can't you be on the table when I get
Fire
home?
practice at 6.
I need to go to the bank.
I've been dinner by Thursday.
The deadline is
Do you want
Wednesday.
to
Test is Wednesday. The audition is Wednesday.
Where the heck's my backpack?
All of those things that seemed so important before.
Now they seem so meaningless.
It's almost cliche to talk about it now.
What can be said that hasn't already been voiced?
Everyone has a story.
From the cabbie who watched them fall, to the guy conducting business halfway across the country.
Someone like me.
Or me.
Or me.
Or me. All of us. So absolutely helpless as we watched. Now as we look back,
Each one of our stories seems startlingly important to us as individuals.
but startlingly insignificant in the long run to everyone else.